Okay. Interesting. My view for this view is not called what I used to call it, but that's fine. Let's just turn the music down a little bit. Hopefully that's okay for people. And see how that goes. Let's just get back into it. So I think where I ended up last time, I mean, I was super late. I think I was pushing it. So my brain is a little frazzled from where I was last time. But I was, I think, getting some decent results. I think there was still some... skip this. Bam. Bam. Okay. So there's still some stuff like this that's not nice. There's this, which I think that is actually just a result of overlaps. I'm not sure what the solution is there. Because yeah, part of the problem is that yeah, part of the problem is that the rooms end like right here, so there's literally no space for them. So that might be something that I could solve by just having the rooms jut out that lit like one unit. And it would kind of solve that problem, maybe. But that also might be not so great in other ways, because obviously then I would have to I'd have to make all the rooms smaller, I guess, by like a unit, just to like make it so that their hallways come out properly. Which I'm not sure if it'll work nicely, but that's definitely something I want to address. It would be nice to not have this type of overlap. I mean, the perfect world would be that it would just like understand that, hey, there's two sides of this wall, and it would replace it with a different mesh, but I'm not sure if that's realistic. You know? So I'll have to see what I want to do as a long-term solution for that. The immediate, though, are things like this that's going wrong, and then there's also, I think it's this one. Oh, not the room. I don't care about the room. I care about this corridor, right? So this thing is somehow attaching seemingly to itself right? Yeah, because there's nothing else. This is here. So these guys, there's somehow like this. One of these doors is seemingly attaching over to this door. And with that, it is then doing some silly things. Which I feel like there should be multiple things that I'm doing that should stop this from happening, but it is not. Because it should both stop from connecting itself to a room that it itself is, right? Like they shouldn't allow that in the code. And then also the location of the safe area is just not correct. So that's where I'm a bit confused on that one. Well, I guess we'll just open it up though and see what's happening. So, oh, sorry. Instinctively, just want to like put my code to the side instead of actually, you know, making it right there. Okay, so where am I looking for here? This is again talking about the corridors, right? The bounds is an actual bounds. How do I make that? Okay, so I make it here, and then I set the min max to be those. I wonder if that's actually working. Whoa, plus that doesn't seem cool. The vector 3 bound. I wonder, like, does anything get stopped here? Because I wonder if it's like getting a position, but then like because the bounds is like exactly aligned, like there's just nothing inside it. So maybe I need to like change it so that the Y values are like jacked up for the min, or jacked down for the min and jacked up for the Y. Maybe that's how I do it. And this should really just be a 2D bounds, right? It's just nicer because it's already positioned, so might as well, right? So let's just, we'll save for now. I just want to see, yeah, if I go play here, and make sure I'm actually attached. And once it's attached, we will play. Okay, so it does actually catch some. Again, so this is, the Y is 0. Let's check what bounds are. Yeah, so the min and max, so it does work as long as the Y position is 0, which they all should be. But saying that they should be and that they are two separate things, right? It does stop some. But okay, so at least it does mostly work. I'm just wondering if I can. Okay, so let's maybe make a edit breakpoint. I just want to see if transform.position dot y does not equal 0. Let's see if that actually is a thing that's breaking because of that. I'll just reshoot it. Okay. Okay. So let's just see. Okay, going through the whole thing. Okay, so the whole time y is 0. That's probably not an issue. For the most point. I guess I could just, to actually specify that that will never be an issue, I can just set new y to be 0. And then comment force y to 0 to avoid any possible miscalculation now. I mean, I guess these aren't necessarily also forced. So why did I make this and I take... Oh no, to just take the position, right? Take the position, take the position, take the... Yeah, but I'm just like putting in... Oh, I'm taking a pause. So I guess let's just go new y equals 0 as well. We'll just, again, make it super, super idiot proof in the future. And just copy that comment as well down. Okay. Now, y is some of these things still going wrong. So, I wonder how I, because there's obviously some point of this where I have a room, and so I'm generating to check, but what am I getting first? I am going through door locations and door locations. Both of these are the same thing. So what I should be able to do is, because these should both be connected to room 4x4. So let's try that. So edit breakpoint, and I want to say where, I guess I should do it one more. Edit breakpoint, where to check dot item, guess it's not gonna autocorrect this, item 2 equals null first or to check dot item 2 dot name equals that. That room should be created now. So we're basically just trying to figure out what's happening in this logic here. So I need to do something called that. Okay, so that's that. I did take the other breakpoints out, right? So. Okay. Oh my god, I am sorry again. I'm getting too used to dual monitors. I just want to move the code over there, and I'm pretty sure you guys were just looking at Unity that entire time. Okay, so there we go. Is this literally the first thing here? Yep, okay. So to check item 2 is this room. Okay, and then what is I guess I should have made it like lower down, because in some ways actually happened. Edit the breakpoint. Okay, let's just copy this. I cut this and remove breakpoint, and then I want to put it. I guess down here, because everything else should be fine with this. I guess I could do it here and then okay. Or actually not there. Where's the point where let's go this. Okay. Okay. So what do I have here? I would be looking in to generate, right? So now I have these two things. I don't have, okay, so the quarter link is the different room. The room -9, room L -9. I'm looking at that, that's room L. Let's do the L room though. I wonder if that's getting this room? Okay. Wait, but why? Oh, wait, 1 second. Oh, okay. I didn't put the expression in here. That's why it's breaking there. Okay. Okay. So now this should be but to check is no longer in scope, I guess, because oh, it's gone through there. Wait, then how is it breaking a guess I'll do here. This is where I want the breakpoint to actually be. Remove breakpoint, edit breakpoint, paste. I guess it would be null, maybe that's why it's happening. Okay. So now let's just skip forward. Okay, so now supposedly to check has the room, okay, and then what is my quarter link? Is -16. So this is the not the thing I care about, because it's, I think that one. It's connecting to a different one. I think it's that. And then now again to check is my room care about, and then the quarter link is another room. It's lower down. Makes sense. Okay, but then that is what actually creates that. Interesting. I wonder if there's a... Am I doing... Probably be able to do a breakpoint when the count arrives. Just so that I can... I basically just want to get to just before this thing happens, and then I can really, like, in-depth breakdown what is happening. Right, so wow, that one's pretty bad. But okay, so again, we're in this section, and maybe in this case I will forward it. Okay, so that's what it's trying to do. Okay, so that's actually kind of interesting, right? So hypothetically, it's not a terrible thing. It's probably because this guy is the one that's starting it out, and it's adding both of these doors, right? Because this thinks, oh, I can connect this one, and I can connect this one. But it's not realizing that both of these are on the same room. Although arguably the worst part is the fact that this is so close to this that I really should just not allow this guy to come out, because he should basically just have an overlap. I wonder if what I can do to maybe stop that from this one from happening is I should just, because there is some bound calculations, right? That while I'm doing for each room, right, I'm checking the overlap. I could probably do a thing where I would check all the remaining door locations, and just check if they have any issues. And then later as well, I'm going to be adding the spawned corridors into spawned room, and that'll cover that side too. That should make it a little bit better, I believe. I wonder if that's the best solution. Yeah, I just don't want to have situations like this. Where ideally, like, this should just be connected. I mean, in some sense, it would be better if this door, and this door connected. But again, that breaks my same direction rule. Which I wish I had a solution that I could handle the same direction. I mean, I probably can. It's just making some extra corridors here, but in reality, like, it's fine probably that this just connects here and then this connects here. And so what I want really to happen is in here, I would do a loop over every nav point, and also have like a check overlap in the nav points, where they basically just probably make like the basic kind of spacing of a storage closet, right? So at the very least, basically I want every single door to be able to have a storage closet on it. And that's probably what I would be aiming for here. Um, so how would I do that? You gotta explain it, right? I just need to be checking the nav points. And it's really only the navigation points that are left. I mean, eventually I'm gonna add the rooms to the that. So I don't need to add the existing corridors yet. I'll do that in a minute. Or probably many minutes. But okay, so most important thing is just making it so that navigation points have some kind of logic about the minimum for checking like a bounds around them. And the unfortunate thing is that I think because this is map generator, so it has an idea about rooms. It doesn't actually have any concept of storage closets. So in that aspect, it's not ideal. I would have to have some logic, I guess. Just probably values here. Now, do some rotating before, right? In the room stuff to calculate the bounds with the rotation. So I'll just make a. Let me just go to room for a second. I just want to look at that logic. Room. Room. Okay. So there's some rect ints, right? So this is what we're going to be making. For the rotation. And I'm just multiplying a vector. By a rotation here. And it supposedly works for both position and the size. You just take those, you put them in, and then you... I mean, in this case, I don't necessarily care about the position, or I guess I do, because it has an offset, right? I'm just taking the world rect, I'm rotating them, and then I guess I could just reference directly go serialize field private room underscore storage closet set. That's how you spell it. I didn't spell storage right though. Storage closet for calculation. I don't know. I don't want to make it. It's not going to be spawned, but I'm going to just use it for calculation purposes. So I can then just take. I have literally the generate world bounds for position, right? So I can take it. I can make it at this world rotation and the rotation of the nav point, and then just pluck it in there. And so much easier, I think. Figuring out any craziness there. And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say if not overlapping yet. is over mapping. I'll paste that in here, but I'm going to click on copy this for each loop. And then so for each navigation point NP in door locations. I am looping this loop so many times within this loop. That's now 3 times. Like, Jesus. But hey, do what you gotta do, I guess. So underscore storage closet for calculation dot generate world bounds for position. So it's going to be np dot position comma np dot, I guess you gotta go to transform dot rotation to get the rotation part. Oh no, so if I take the world bounds, does this actually test world bounds? And then when I check overlap, am I using world bounds, right? So yeah, so this actually should work. Generates it basically, and then does that. So as long as I don't adjust the padding here, which I use the same padding, it shouldn't regenerate it. Then I'm gonna go I don't know why I'm just we'll just disable it for now. And then all right, it's actually not a navigation point, it's a this. I gotta go dot item 1 dot item 1. Okay. Okay, so then order of bounds, checking the order bounds for the stored closet. Right, okay, and then yeah, it'll do that. Okay. I think that should be basically it. I'll need to release this. I need to go here to recompile so that I have a drag and drop thing for the storage closet. And that one I can apply. Okay, so let's generate. And to get that, I just want to see if it does this magically fix it. No, not at all. Okay. Let's just see. Does this ever actually get triggered? Okay, so this is never even propagating. Interesting. Temporarily put a little else here. I just want to be able to visualize what's happening. Type in green. Good. In this case. My worry is that like the calculation is probably like okay. Yeah, is it always just checking the same spot? Why is it looping there? Right, because it's just but yeah, those bounds aren't moving. Okay, so what I need to do basically is make this a separate method. Which is not that crazy to do. Basically just takes two rect arrays, right? So let's go to game utils. Check overlap, and then I might make it this rect this. I need to make it public static. This rect a comma and then rect array. That's int rect, right? It's rect int. Rect int. B. And then I go here, I just copy this. bam. Return false. A, B. Boom. And in here, I will just say world bounds dot and check overlap with to check. And that's what I'm actually going to return. Because then I can, in here, I'm going to get a rect int array bounds equals this, or call it to check. Oh no, that's also used. Rect to check. There you go. It's good enough. So then I'll instead do rect to check overlap border. I feel like that will fix it, but we will see. Also then place in these guys. Because then that won't like re-trigger a change there, I think. Hopefully. No, alright, I didn't recompile. That's just showing you what it was like. And now I'm going to get to what it will hopefully be like. No, it's still showing up there. World pause. Position. Yeah, why is... Okay, so it's just... Oh, okay. Just that I was drawing still the wrong bounds. Okay. Anyway. It's... Just... Oh. Need to recompile again. No, I didn't want to play again. What the? Go away. Recompile. And play. Okay, so now it's actually properly checking. now it's getting things that will actually be here. Okay, so let's see. Wait, that's something that's saying it's colliding with. I am noticing that it's like obviously not quite like it should be further out one. Sticking the center point, which is probably fine. It should stop things that I care about stopping, I think. God damn, this is so much slower though. Holy crap. And it's only making... I guess it's so much slower because I mean I'm getting this because yes, it's basically never seeing. Why is it now always overlapping? Right, okay, so no, actually the problem is that I need to make sure that if np.item 1 is in equals to check dot item 1 or np dot item 1 equals corridor link dot item 1. I might even say, oh, there's many equal signs there. Or to generate dot contains np dot item 1. Okay, and I guess the other reason why this is taking so long, I want to add this. I don't really care about this, I think, now. Now that I've figured out why it wasn't working. Be fine there. Bool ignore skip, I think is what I want to try to say. So if not this and that, so if this is true, this will never be true. It'll be true only if this is down. Or actually, it'll be. But I want actually this. I don't want this to be ignore skip. I want this to be skip only. And so, and basically, I need to do this the other way around. So. So if it's not skip only, then that'll work. Otherwise, skip will always work. And then what I can do is I can go back. I can go say if debug skip key true. That'll just let me get through some of these things a little bit faster. Go that and that. And I might also just take this little section, wrap this. Alright, I also want to make, I guess I'll just go back to this for a second, make this false by default. And what else do I want to do this? Here. And here. Okay. Save. I don't think I can pop. Okay. Did I not go? If not overlap, oh, I didn't go continue. Good. Continue. Because ignore these for checks. Because we know they're already okay. And then aha. Okay, that is instantly seeming to fix a lot of the bad ones. So that's that one. Oh god, yeah. And then this one, still bad. But that's again because I'm not adding these corridors as rooms, right? But yeah, there we go. That's fixed that one. So that's awesome. Love how behind the scenes I still have my Morse code thing here, so it's trying to make sense. Yeah, okay, so now the only thing I need to stop is things like this. Oh, and I guess I need to try to figure out a solution for this. How I want to go about that. It's always so much better than what I started with. Like, ignoring that, right? Like, this is a big map. Especially, like, if you're going through it, right? Like, that's a lot of walking around and doing stuff. So, let's figure out this. So, the simplest way to do this would be just to, when I go to my corridor generator, I just go generate, right? So this should actually, ideally, what I should be doing, I keep pressing B, Command B instead. Okay. So, I create a corridor holder, just the game object that holds all these things. But it's probably there in some way to make the pieces that I'm creating all kind of like let themselves be known to this corridor holder. So I could pass in just corridor holder here. And then these guys would like add themselves and let them know the bounds. The simplest way, because all these things obviously already have bounds, right? So when I spawn them in, you could just give those bounds to the corridor holder, and then it would just hold all of them once they're spawned. So that's one way of doing it. I mean, the other way is that they could literally just go and iterate through all the things that they have below them. But they could just be a room that I add my Rex to. And I wonder if I should just call... I should rename this class to like corridor piece. Right. To a degree, I think I should. What if I, okay. Maybe break some things quickly, but so let's rename this to quarter piece. And then I need to go here and then F2 corridor piece. And then also go to this. Okay, yeah, so I actually renamed that. It's just the main thing I want to check that didn't get broken is this. So let's recompile here. Okay, seems like it's fine. Because yeah, the reason why I want to do that is I actually do want to have probably a class. Create sharp script called am I calling it? Corridor. Corridor. Woo! Oh. Again, this is going to extend from room. I guess there's a good argument to me that this could probably not be extending from room, but it does you get some useful parts from room. So, yeah. And then actually, what I could do, so. I wonder if I make this. Right, I remember what the map generator is going for. Maybe if I should just make a. Like a public interface here for iRoom. That's basically just check overlap. There's obviously a lot of things here that I don't particularly care for in Corridor. Question is spawned rooms. I just want to verify with my spawned rooms thing if no, it does do stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I assume room is being used for. Yeah, the only thing is like this world bounds, which I guess I could just override these two methods, the generate world bounds and check overlap. And these can just be kind of ignored. Maybe I make it, yeah, call it like a base room instead. So I'll make a base room class that is abstract. And I will take this and then I'll take these methods. Right, no, public abstract, and again, forget that I want to make abstract. Oh. Now in map generator I use spawned rooms. Yeah, find references. Okay. I just want to check. So that one. Oh, maybe I need to look into that. This is just really during the truck overlap. So I add something to it. This is probably fine. I'm getting door locations. I mean, the other thing can have door locations. It probably just doesn't need to do anything with it, right? So in room, I can have a public door locations. It just doesn't do anything. It won't really have any values in it, the corridor. Because I'll use them all. So that's fine, I think. And so yeah, room will inherit from base room, and I'll just make these public. Override, I will not need this. I will not need this. I will override this and override this. Oh, but base room is going to be a mono behavior. Okay. That's that part. And then corridor, instead of heading from room, will be a base room. Now let's implement some stuff. Implement time start class. So. What this guy will have is he will have actually, does generate world bouncer position? Maybe I don't need that. I want to know what are my 6 references in room. Again, or for generating this, check overlap, and yeah, okay, and then a map generator, and that's for the actual room. Spawning, an actual room spawning. Actual room spawning. So I don't think I need to actually do that post spawn. So I might not even need this method. I can probably just get away with just these. And maybe even just check overlap. What are the world bound references? Right, and then some drawing it, but like I guess this doesn't hurt. Uh, huh. Someone just messaged me. I don't think it matters too much though. That kind of distracted me. Okay, so what am I doing here? I was gonna potentially take out world bounds, or do I leave it? I might leave it, but I'm gonna take out this as an abstract. This will only be in rooms. This should no longer be an override here. Basically, all I want to know in this is historical locations, if I should ignore it. And that stuff. So then, corridor, I can just do this and that. Okay. And so basically, I just need to get my world bounds here. And the way I'm going to do that is I will have a public list of corridor pieces, basically. And just make it read only, just to really emphasize that. Okay. And so maybe I actually make this private, because I don't want it being added to when I'm not. Okay, so then I don't think we'll really remove corridor pieces. We're really only going to add them. So we'll have a public void add corridor piece. I should have called them sections now that I think about it, but piece is fine. To add. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to add this to here. Dot add. To add. I don't really know if I need to do much else with them besides this, and then I'm also going to go, and I guess I will have a private here's a private read-only list of rect ints bounds list equals new. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go dot add range of underscore corridor pieces dot world to add, sorry, to add dot world bounds. We'll just add their world bounds into this list. And then I'm gonna make a private rect intier underscore world bounds. And then I'm gonna make that equal to underscore bounds list dot to array. I basically just convert it to an array. And then do I want to accept the padding part, or do I don't care? Do I not care about this part? I don't really like both padding. Is sorry. Yeah. Let's check what the how did I do the padding? I could technically just make a method to reset this each time and rechange all the bounds. I guess it would keep it consistent. I would basically call this method on their own thing. Wait, why am I not passing in the padding here? Because padding only gets used, but it never actually gets calculated? The padding was never being updated there. Wow. Okay. So maybe actually then, if that's the case, I could probably just copy almost the same idea of the code here. I will take this, I will take this value. And function fairly similar. Copy this, and I'm going to paste that in there. So I'm going to always have that world bounds, but then I guess if I can make a padded world bounds. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, I'll do that. So I guess in room there's a padded world bounds piece that I have. We'll just, I guess, put that in there. And I'll just make this null too by default, even though it functionally doesn't make any difference. And what I will do here is that I will make another list of rectants. Bounds list equals rectant, and then going to go bounds list dot to array here, and then I'm going to make a for each corridor piece CP in underscore corridor pieces. I'm going to take bounds list dot add CP dot generate world things for this position with CP dot position CP dot transform dot position comma CP dot transform dot rotation and padding. Oh, and it's not add, it's add range. There we go. Wow. There's a lot in this generation. Kind of one of those things that's just like, it's necessary. And I don't know why I clicked play, because literally none of this is hooked up yet. I just like wrote a bunch of code to have this checked overlap, and it's corridor generator. All right, so just stop playing for a second. So what I'm going to change these to is a corridor. And the thing that it's not going to like here is I just need to go parent dot transform here, and then I will take parent dot add corridor piece C. Still need to connect the live lines, but I will do that later. Okay, and so now I can go to junction higher up. Or was it just in junction? So here again, change this to corridor parent dot transform and parent dot add corridor piece C. And then when I create my corridor holder, and I make a corridor I'll call it corridor container in this sense, but And then I'm gonna rename this one to Corridor Geo. I think for that case, totally fine. Basically, instead of this, I need to go corridor container and corridor container. And then what I need to be doing here as well is, instead of returning nothing, I need to return a corridor that will return at the end. I think there's some spots here. I don't know if I need to return there. Probably fine. I just debug the error in that case. And then, yeah, in this case I still return, I guess, corridor container. Return null in this case. Yeah, that's probably fun for now. Okay. Go back to generator here, and then so the thing that I want to be doing then is each time I am generating here, I will go corridor, corridor, yes. Then if corridor, it's not equal null because it can be, but it's unlikely. I'm going to add it to underscore spawned rooms dot add corridor, which it's not going to like initially, but that's just because right now spawned rooms is a list of rooms when I will make it a list of base room. Base room. I'll say as room. I guess the other way I could do it is actually, one thing I could do, yes. So if I could do, oh my god, what just happened? Okay. Base room. So base room is room. You. And there we go. And if I do that, I actually don't need base room to have these two values because they're kind of irrelevant to base room, or it's relevant to the corridors. They don't need this, they just need this. Okay. So now the expectation, what I just built, is that when I get this, I should no longer get those crissy-cross things. They should actually stop me from having situations where I have corridors going through other corridors. That should be the result. Specified cast is not valid. Oh yeah, okay. Base room. Let's just do a quick final references. Base room. Oh yeah. Why can I not type? Room. And so here we go. If base room, if base room is room. Got some extra casting in there, but it's fine. Yeah, okay. So recompile here. And hope and pray. This is the time. This is the way in which the corridors look good, and they just connect. Object reference. Okay. Not quite. So what's breaking here? Oh, okay. Well, so corridor. Line 36. One of these is null. If it's 190, that means A is null. Okay. I'm guessing I could just go if A equals null or B equals null, return false. I mean, you could even do one better, whereas dot is null or empty. Better question though maybe is why was it null or empty? Alright, so it's checking order rooms to the base overlap of this room, and in thus doing I guess in this one... Although, I guess now if the padding was 0, it would not have done this. It would just pass in world bounds. I guess by default, world bounds should be a new rect int 0. No. Just to avoid the null ref. If I can, in other situations, I'll do that. I don't think I recompiled. I'm gonna open up Brave just so I have another view up here. So, cool. Yeah. So yeah, can plan. Bam. Corridors. Bam. Okay, yep. This got fixed. With like this, just made a little thing there. Sweet. That is awesome. Okay. Now again, the only kind of remaining issue is to deal with this overlap. I wonder what I can do to solve that. Like, it's kind of tricky because either like in some ways, if I don't fix I either need to change my grid size or I would need to change how kind of these corridors work. I don't really want to do. I kind of wonder. Like, does my character even see these top parts? Because honestly, if they don't even see them, then like, and like in first person, I know you wouldn't, but like, I don't know. I feel like my top down would probably see it. Maybe that's why I just do first person and be like, ha, I don't care. There might be something to check out in that way. I might leave that one for now and then just see if I can get away with some solutions elsewhere. Like, I wonder if I could. I'd have to edit the mesh, but you could potentially make meshes so that like they only come out half as much as they do. I mean, that might not work as well for like this situation, like where they should go all the way. But maybe that's what I do. Did I have all of the ones that are edges, kind of like have a fade, like a black to fade to black kind of line? You could do it with art, right? With just have it kind of fading out into the blackness. And then obviously on the edges, that would just kind of work there. And then I guess the problem is you still have the overlap, right? Maybe that wouldn't work. What would work if you made them all black? Or no, you made them half. just really don't want to have to make art. But I may be forced to. Eventually, I guess I need to like get my hand in one of these programs again, but I just don't want to. So for now, I'm gonna leave that. I think that's kind of where I want to leave that for now, and then I want to next just start getting this playable. So let's first and foremost go and in here I need to go to my prefab world because none of these prefabs are all visual at the moment. I literally don't have any sort of colliders on them at all, right? So I have a problem considering I kind of need them to have colliders. So let's just go one by one, add some colliders, get this stuff suited up and ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to make specifically a little container object for colliders. Collider. Collider. And I'm also gonna have to figure out the whole nav mesh after this. But first up, collider. Okay, so this thing is basically going to need 3 colliders. It's going to need a bottom ground one. So I'll just make this so the depth of which I'll be 0.5, and then so I'll make the negative 0.25 down, right? Yeah, so that's ground level. Yeah, okay. And then it needs to be 2 in the Z and 4 in the Y. Yeah, there we go. And then I added this to the, this was supposed to be the parent object, so let's duplicate it. Move this, then duplicate here. We're then going to make another one that is going to be 4 high. That I'll physically move 2 up. That'll only be 2 thick. And we'll be over here, and then I'll duplicate it again over there. And there we go. Save. Yes. Okay. So now what I want to do, I'm going to copy the colliders. I'm going to throw that into straight, zero it out. And then I'm going to go add a game object, apply. Then I'm going to go into straight, and I'm going to take these colliders and I'm going to move them up 1, duplicate all of them. Actually, wait, no. Don't be silly. Just go like this, and then I'm going to make them 4. Less colliders that I can get away with making, the better. So obviously that's better. So then, boom, save. And then I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to put this in turn, which is the next one. Curve up. Don't want to make this no name. I want to just take off that, and then go add a game object. apply to turn, and then go edit turn. I'm going to this, make it zeroed. Take this guy, put him over here, swap this to, and then actually I'm going to make this one 6 just so that it covers all the edges. I don't need to do anything, I think, for this part, because there pretty much always will be. Will there always be a wall there, or? Yeah, I think there's always going to be walls coming into both of these things. This is purely just there to like override the corners, I guess, visually. Okay. So I'm then going to duplicate this and take it into, I guess I'll do cross first. Just zero it out, no rotation. And then I'm actually just for cross, I just need the centerpiece, right? These pieces are not needed, so just delete those. And then go apply. And then again, I'll go back to turn for this. I'll duplicate it. We'll roll up the 3-way. I will rename it. I will do this. And I will take this guy. I will shorten him down to 4. Put him here, and then delete this guy. Alright, so now he's got all the necessary colliders. Then we go add a game object. Yeah. Probably something up to do something like this for this guy. And maybe let's just copy the colliders for turn. Duplicate. Question is, where's storage closet here? I think it's probably up here. Storage closet, boom. Zero it out. Add it to the game object. Let's go edit. And so first collider now is going to only be 2 in the Z. I'm going to go down. He's going to have this guy come centered. I guess, I mean, it should be 8. Should be better. And then I guess if I'm going to do it that way, make this 4, and then we'll duplicate this guy so that he's also taking up that side. Save. And then go out. Ooh, okay. Just minimize all these ones, and then I'm gonna take this, I guess, to room A first. Zeroed. Okay, so collider 1, this guy is going to be a lot bigger. I'm not actually sure how big he needs to be, so let's just size it up until it's about right. That's 20 by 20, I assume then? 20 by 20. Put up 1.
Okay, and then 8. Or I guess then that's 10. So I get that full length. Then this one would be 8. Okay, and then don't need this. I can just take these two guys basically, duplicate them, and then four did not get down long enough. Okay, and then again duplicate. Okay. I always select the wrong one. Okay. Now I want to look at all the colliders. Actually, so wait, no, I need to make this one needs to actually go be, I guess, 24 by 24. Yeah, you can see it on the edge there. Okay. And especially if I like look at it as this, makes a lot more sense, right? Okay. It's looking good. Save. Let's get out of here. Let's duplicate that one. And I want to take that to room 3X here. And then rename that. Go add game object. Do this. And then colliders. Right, okay, so let's go edit the room. So I just need to make basically everything a little bit smaller. So instead of 24 by 24, I guess this is going to be it used to be 6 and now it's 4. So is this 16? Yeah. 16. And then so one side will be 6 and one side will be 8, or will be 4. So 6, boom, 4, boom, 6, 4, 6, 4. Okay, and then select all these, look around. Okay, it's looking proper. Save. Back out. And then just got 3 more to go. Okay, let's just aim these out. Again, I just want to try to get them in order before I do this. So I want to get room B around here, and room L is also around here. Okay, and then what is the last one? 3x3. Okay, so B, L, 3x3. Okay, so all of them are within the area. And then I'm copying from this guy, so duplicate, paste, put in B, get this, zero it out, and then go add, and then we'll edit them from here. Okay. this is probably back to 24. Line 24. Probably should have copied that other room first, but whatever. Then this. At least the side pieces will all be the same. Just need to move them. And then I just need to duplicate some of these guys. And then go 2 and 4, and then that guy there, and then duplicate that guy there, and there. Okay. And let's select all of these guys, just take a look. Letters all looking appropriate. Cool. Save that. Go back. Yeah, so let's go room A. Then just take the colliders there, duplicate, and then I'm gonna bring them back up for room 36A. Zero that out, and then go edit game object. Y. And we're gonna edit further. Get into the colliders. So first, this guy. We'll center him. Ish. I'll figure out the exact dimensions in a second. So it looks like it's going to be 20 by, what was it, like 36 or something? Yeah, 36. Yeah, I'm good at guessing. Okay, and this guy seems to nicely fit up there. So no further tweaks to that guy needed. I'm not allowed to, like, there's no, nah. Okay, unfortunate, but you know, not too unexpected. So it's 18, not 20, 20. There we go. Yeah, and then this piece here, I'll have another piece there anyways. So this is going to be 6. Needs to be, I don't know what that is. 6, and then here, already perfect, sweet. And this guy, again, like I said, it's going to be there. This guy is going to be 4. Woot. And then this guy, which is going to be 6. And this guy is going to be like some sort of 20 something. Let's try 24 to start. Aha, I was right. Sweet. Okay. And then let's just look at the colliders. Make sure it looks about right. Yeah. Looks alright to me. Yeah, so save that. Go back. Now, last but not least, and we definitely want to copy, I think, this guy for room L. So, boom, boom, boom. So zero him out, and then add this to L. Go to in here, and then let's move some colliders. So that part's fine. I will need to make the next part, so let's just duplicate that, and then he's gonna have a separate one, which is, yes, it's 18 by 18. No, it's gonna be 12. Yeah, 12 by 12. Okay. And then the next parts are getting this whole stuff in order. I think this room was almost based, certainly made off the concept of the other room. So then this is 10, and that one already did that. This has to be here. Gonna have to be 8 longer than it already is, so 18. And then it's just gonna be a 2x2. Be that little corner. And then where are you? Line. You will need to be 6 longer, so you go up to 12. There, and then you're good there. Okay. But I am missing some, I feel. So do I have, I don't have ones there, and I don't have a 1 there. So let's just copy 7, which is basically that. Put you there, and then I want to go to the colliders. And collider 2, I'm going to duplicate you, and I just need you to be 6. Right, okay, and now I believe this should be complete on the colliders level. Okay, it looks like it is. Save that. And then I think we're good on all these levels, all these rooms. Not sure why I had all these errors, but hopefully that's not too much of a problem. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Guess we'll find out. Now, the way I want to just test that this works is basically going to have a I guess for the map generator, I can at the very end spawn in my person, right? That's probably the best way to do it. I think I can do that like as a random game object, right? I could just go at the very end after I've done all that. I will result. And I will go for now, adding it to do dynamically figure out and starting location. Because right now I'm just going to plop the person basically in the middle. So what I'm doing is game object player spawn equals new This should be fine for most cases. It's actually the weirdness of with some of these rooms having like an odd center. The first room that I spawn actually does have an issue there. Maybe I should just fix some of those then. I think it's really only just this room. Okay, so let's quickly fix that, just because I don't know. I feel like that's just bad. It's me being lazy, and I don't like that. I should not be lazy. So, Right, so this should be the center point. Alright, so if I go out of here for a second, with center mode in mind, basically, let's go and make so that the center is centered here and then there. Then I will go and edit it so that. Alright, just put the pivot. So the pivot's now actually up. How do I? Right, so I don't know. Actually, what I wanted to do is over here, I should set the pivot to be something that is the corner of that room. Okay, it works because it's kind of overlapping, so I should be able to see that even when I'm editing it. So let's just go in here. And then now that I know that that is the center, I want to basically go and then take the center and then just move everything over until that is actually now the center. And then I just need to adjust this. So now that it should hopefully be -10 and -18. Yes, okay. So much better. Save. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and so we can just do the same thing for this guy. Just maybe move this guy down here. We'll go back to pivot. See, wait, so I just wonder if I, yeah, so if I click Z, that's the thing that toggles this here. Again, let's put the, that was actually super easy when I did that. So I do that, I put the pivot there, and then I go into edit mode, toggle the pivot, toggle the center. Okay, now I guess in this sense, the center might be a little bit more subjective. I actually kind of want it to be like the center of like this room, I think. So more like, I still need to make sure that it's properly on the bounding lines. Wait, is this door? Door might be messed up. Okay, at least. This one's fine now, but this one's actually not incorrect. Right? I need to fix. Oh shit! Sorry, I did the wrong thing. There we go. Go. Boop boop boop. And boop boop boop. Okay, that's a little better, but I do want to figure out. So yeah, if this is on 0, 0. Okay, I actually do need to, well, I need to fix then. Well, I'm gonna fix this door, but like I need to change these because the way, again, this should work is that if it's 0, 0. Okay, no, it's actually just want it to look like that. Okay, so when I'm on 0, 0 here for these ones, right, they align with all that. But then this one is not. So room L, we gotta edit you a little bit here. Actually, first, let's just this guy away though. Right. Yeah, so wait, why is it that this one has oh no, when it's on 0, 0, it has all of these fine. Okay, so yeah, basically this is how they get spawned to be in the rooms. Yes. It gets really confusing. But the thing I do know is that they all have to be consistent, right? So as long as this one's consistent with this one, this has to be consistent with that. It's not right now. So basically, I just want to move it up or down one. Maybe I just make it consistent with this, right? So like in line with this. Well, that makes more sense, right? So to do that, let's go and select these 4 blocks. Take those out. Actually, I need to take this one out too. Then I will take all these guys. Take all these guys, not including this one, which actually should probably move. Then boom. Then take this guy, put you back here. Take these guys, put you back in here. And then I'm gonna need to look at the colliders. Obviously, colliders are not happy about changing. I guess they don't really have feelings, but you know, I'll have to respect them. So moving that down here, and then this collider. Okay, so this needs to be 6 higher, so now it's 26. You down there. Okay. And last thing, I just need to make sure that the nav point that is here. This one needs to now be there. And that was right there. Okay, good. Save. Bam. Okay. So that's looking better. Cool. Now, I wonder. Okay, back to just this. Why did I even get distracted here? Okay, and then player spawn dot add component. It's like I called it spawn something, right? Character spawn point. Forget how this guy works. Just unawake, I spawn a character. Right. that's how you work. Amazing that it all works like that. So let's see how that works. I don't think I probably didn't compile, did I? Damn. I get to sit through this loading for like ever for some reason. Just taking stupidly long to do absolutely nothing that I need you to do. So let's hide this, recompile. Oh, and then while it's recompiling, let's go character. I need to go to resources. I should go to my game manager and third person. So I want to go first person. I'm pretty sure third person is not going to work because I think it's reliant on nav meshes. Okay, and make some levels. Now, do I have a player? The player spawned, but it doesn't do anything. Interesting. Oh, it doesn't. Wait, what? Oh, did I not save that? Okay. Let's save that, and let's also just comment out the debug generation just to get in the level quicker. What the fuck? Got some broken levels again. Broken corridors. No, that's not cool. What are you trying to do? Okay. Right. Okay. So. I assume the thing that's happening here is that this guy decided, hey, I can connect to this guy. And then it also says, hey, I can connect to this guy. So then I must be able to, because these guys would have connected more like this, right? And then this thing would have been like that. But because there is another, because this is a line here, it pushes it past where it's actually supposed to be able to go to. So the thing I'd want to do to stop that isn't corridor generation. I would, when I'm adding a new line, right? So when I'm adding a new line, if it's not directly aligned, but how do I know if it's slidable again? So if it's not directly aligned and it's a slidable corridor, right. But yeah, so the condition though here actually does have to have another condition in that it has to be within those 2 points, right? So as soon as we say, hey, it's past this, that means we're no longer going to slide that. We're going to leave that as is. I think that's how we have to say. Yeah. It's not a valuable line. Now how do I write that in code? Because basically I have a line here, and then right, quarter line, starting spot, current, direction. It has a starting point and an end point, but both of these are going to be the junctions, right? So they're in my little zigzag, right? They're the top and the bottom. They're not necessarily the other stuff. So what I might do, I mean, I guess I can just make a public float here. Public float min max. What was I had a min max range or something? Range float range. Yeah, float range. Slidable range equals new float Why can't I make a new here? So I just do that. The name's slidable. Name utils float range. Maybe I have to define it as equals new. Oh my god, float range. There. Okay. Float range. I'll just leave it blank for now. And then what I will do is when I am generating these and I make my slidable thingy, I need to find where am I using this? Find references. So add here. Okay, can I go to here? Okay. So when I'm adding this here, I want to go to my junction corridor dot slidable range equals, and that's going to be the I must somewhere in here already have the point A and point B, but I don't care about that. I care about in this section I've created midpoint, but I don't. I guess I'll just do this whole thing again. So I'll go new float range. So if it has an X forward, that means it's going X somewhere along the X line, right? And so that means that the thing is going to slide along the X, right? And if I have this, I am setting the X value. Okay, so then the float range here will be I'll just go point, I'll make a float point A value equals this is what I'll do. point a dot position dot x. Otherwise, point a dot position dot z. And boom. Over here, zoom, and then B, so point B dot position. Point B. I ran out of music. How could this be? Let's just top that up to a new playlist. Let's try the what I like, I guess. Let's just try lo-fi. Do a little lo-fi, sure. You know what? That should be fine. Okay, we'll play. No? But why? It is set as a... Okay. There you go. There we go. That's cool. This is some lo-fi stuff. I don't know. Just nice to have some music in the background. Okay. So I have point B value, point there. Okay. So then what I will do here is math f dot min of point A value and point B value. And there we go. And so I don't actually need this thing anymore because I've done that already. Okay. I just take the min and the max, and then that's my range. And then lower down here, when I have this directly aligned, okay. So if it is aligned, if it is directly in line, there, and then, and the axis line value equals this. So if my axis line value is this, then I want to check if the line dot final range dot in range is my axis value. If they are in range, then they should work. Otherwise, it should deny them, right? Because this is obviously out of the range there. So hopefully that will actually make that just be fine. Because technically there is a way of making it, and it does actually check the bounds for both of those. It's just that it's trying to do an optimization in this case that is actually not good. Did it actually recompile? Okay. Alrighty, so now that we're doing that, I just wanna, yeah, so we're basically just, that's still wrong. It's unfortunate. Let me turn off that. Bonus. This for some reason feels very laggy. I wonder if that's just because I have like gizmos on, but let's check. Yeah, for some reason I have like 30 frames per second. It might be because none of this stuff is marked static, maybe? Yeah, and it's like probably rendering everything. So we'll have to do some stuff to optimize that, I guess. It's weird though that it doesn't stop that. Interesting that that doesn't even create anything. Doesn't like. You know, that's where the dots just not counted for some reason. Yeah, it should at the very least. Wait, maybe? Does... No, it actually does actually know about this point, but it seems like, yeah, that seems like quite often basically all uses of... I don't know, that's a different one, that's a, I don't know. This album actually is fine. Yeah, for some reason those aren't hurting them. But also, yeah, this is still messed up. So let's a couple. I guess I'll leave the map cam up for now. But I need to do this. Just remove that. You know, for something that is lo-fi, this is pretty upbeat. But I don't like it. It's just, you know. Right. That actually happens pretty early on. Skip all this. seemed like it was almost like the next one. Let's just... I am attached to you. What? Wait, how is this then? Is this never happening then? And how is that coming to be? I guess the other possible way is that it's making this connection and then when I'm trying to do this thing, messed up stuff happens. What I want to do is, okay, first let's just make this so I can catch this particular case a little bit easier. I don't even necessarily need this, but what I want to do is when I'm creating a corridor, there should be something identifiable about this. Generate why don't I not name it, and then I can go in the map generator part when I call it. Just somewhere down here. Generate. Right, okay, so when I do that, I'm gonna Kirby. Chill out, doggo. You're okay. Something spooked a doggo. And so now the doggos be spooked. And then they bark. And then they whine. And they go crazy. It's all a predictable cycle. What am I doing? I was trying to find... When I generate... What is this loop? This is a big ass loop. Okay, is it this? Door locations? No. It is not that loop. It is this loop. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have an int here. Count equals 0. And then down at the bottom here, I'm gonna make yes, if corridor does not equal null, I'm gonna set corridor dot name to be equal to corridor corridor setup right here. Corridor count. And I'm also going to have the corridor count plus just before it. So that way I can easily just be like, oh, it's corridor this. I can just null break, or I can breakpoint right before that and then step through the whole thing. It should be easier to handle. So just load here for a second. I just want to see exactly what's going wrong with this one corridor so that I can fix that one issue and then start looking at the other stuff. Oh, 1 second. Oh, okay. 10 minutes. I have to wrap up in like 10 minutes, so we'll get what we can do and end it there. Okay, so what is this corridor? Basically, that's what I'm trying to find. Corridor 2, right? So, edit breakpoint, corridor count equals not 2, actually 1 in this case, because yeah. Just like making it take super long. Oh no, it's actually, is it, wait. Really? Is it? It is actually on this point? I am so confused. It's like saying it's stopped on this point, but it doesn't really feel like it stopped. You know? Like, where am I? You know? That's not very useful. But unattach, then reattach here. I wonder if it's because it's like just being silly. Yeah, it's just. I think it's because it's like now it's all at once. Like there's no point for it to breathe. That like it's gonna get unlocked, and it's not really giving me back good information. So let's just try this. so then what I want to do is I want to go into generate. Then I want to go here. Yeah. So again, it's got 3, right? Just to verify, it's got 3 points. So it doesn't do that. It goes into here. And the 2 points that are connecting are the one that's going to the right. So that's that bottom one. And oh, is it? It's trying to connect those first 2 ones. Fuck. Okay, that's why. Okay. So actually, the way I can fix this, I can probably fix this, is when I'm adding this one at the end, I should actually go insert. And insert it at 0. Because then it's always the first one to be calculated, and this one should always have a good connection. So if let's just remove that for now, and then put a generator. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so because this one and this one we're trying to generate, which are not really meant to be validly connected, they were not making a valid connection, and so I was trying. Okay. No, did I not? I don't think I recompiled. Did not recompile. Man. Aha. So again, it still has the overlap issue on the top, but it's actually making something that's not crashing through anything. And overall, the rest seems pretty good. I just wanted to know, so none of these things are marked static, which I could probably fix incredibly quickly. Just going select, and go static, change children, static, yes, 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 click enter, static, yes, static, yes. I just want to see how much just doing that kind of helps. Oh, okay. You have to turn it off, or I have to wrap up in like a minute. So basically, I'm gonna recompile this. I'm gonna turn off this camera, so it's no longer also rendering things. Okay, it's actually pretty smooth feeling. I mean, it's saying I only have 24 frames. So I don't know why that actually is, but like it doesn't feel too bad right now. So we'll see. But I actually got a whole thing working, and I'll just fix the camera later on, because obviously there's no point in generating things that I'm not going to be able to see and really far in the distance. So we can fix that and make it more performant and do a whole bunch of stuff there. But the fact that I've made this whole level generate, and it seems like it can handle most situations, is pretty great progress. So I think that is a great time to sign off. Say thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.